It's Afrobeat, man. In Lagos, when you're dancing like this, they say you are doing Owambe. Owambe. Okay. You are indigenous, no mean say you go so far, so far. You are indigenous, no mean say you must drunk beer. You are indigenous, no mean say you must suffer, suffer. You are indigenous, no mean say you must drunk beer. You're indigenous, no mean say you must suffer, suffer. You are indigenous, no mean say you must drown beer. Beer don't take my people, throw away for water. Then they drown, drown now. Then they drown for water now, beer. Beer don't make some person he forget to tie his shoe. He go run, run now. He go fall for down now, beer. Ah. Beer don't make some money, forget to zip in trouser. He go pafuka for road. He go like picking up beer. He go cry like picking. Beer don't make my people them forget to do them business. Then they buy beer. Then they buy, but nothing then they sell. You are indigenous, no me say you must suffer, suffer. You are indigenous, no me say you must drown beer. That's all. Indigenous people, now original people, now indigenous. Original people, now indigenous. Indigenous people, now original. Original people, now indigenous. Free your mind, free yourself from these contraptions. Respect ancestors, make room for successors of indigenous people, now original people, now indigenous people, now original people, now indigenous. Me I want talk 'em, you must talk 'em. They say I no fit talk 'em. Ha. Me I want sing 'em, they must sing 'em. They say I no fit sing 'em. Me I want play, you must play. They say I no fit play. Ha. Why? Me I want sing, you must sing. They say I no fit sing. Ah. Woo. But they think don't pass my. Me I say, you are indigenous. No me say you must suffer, suffer. You are indigenous. No me say you must drown beer. nzuri sana. Aquaba, peace and love. You are welcome. Oh, oh, oh. Welcome to Africa. Africa big, Africa no wonder. Africa go make you Africa. Aquaba, peace and love. You are welcome. Oh, oh, oh. Jambo, jambo mwana. Ambarikani nzuri sana. Aquaba, peace and love. You are welcome. Oh, oh, oh. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, welcome. Aquaba, peace and love. You are welcome. Oh, oh, oh. Welcome. Oh, 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 oh. You are welcome. Oh, oh, oh. You are welcome. Oh, 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 oh. Aha. You are welcome. Oh, oh, oh. Lela. Ooh, le, le, la, la, le. Le, ooh, le, le, la, la, le. You are welcome. Yeah, this is not Bantu. Bantu guitar. Welcome. You are welcome. Oh, 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 oh. Aha, Jambo. You are welcome. Oh, oh, oh. Aquaba. You are welcome. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, yeah. You are welcome. Oh, 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 oh. Le, ooh, le, le, la, la, le. Le, ooh, le, le, la, la, le. Aquaba, peace and love. You are welcome. You're always welcome to Africa. That was some fun. Oh.
Prosperity Ready was founded in fall of 2018. It began as a passion project for supporting immigrant job seekers and quickly evolved into an action project. Our African immigrant community shared with us the disparity that exists for educated, experienced immigrant professionals. Because there is little to no support for solving this problem, we knew Prosperity Ready had to tackle it with the guidance and support of the community we serve. In 2020, we commissioned Wilder Research and Real-Time Talent to conduct leading-edge research to understand the incredible talent pool here in Minnesota. Did you know that Minnesota is home to 160,000 foreign-born Minnesota professionals? We were shocked to find that 81% are either unemployed or underemployed. Keep in mind that this was pre-pandemic data. The economic impact of this wage disparity is an astounding $5.1 billion every year. This disparity impacts every Minnesotan. Our goal from the very beginning was to launch a pilot program for 20 immigrant professionals. We have the expertise to help our program participants master how to compete in the job market. Be part of connecting our immigrant professionals to the jobs they are qualified for and deserve. This is what it means to join our equity journey. Hello everyone, I'm Lisa Perez, CEO of Prosperity Ready, and my board and I are thrilled that you're here today. Ken, thank you for that beautiful concert. What a lovely way to welcome our guests. We are in Three Rivers French Park in Plymouth, Minnesota, and we're so grateful to Three Rivers Park District for hosting our event and for providing some amazing auction items, which you're going to hear about soon. We are equally grateful to Anytime Fitness at their university location, Strategy Africa, the Liberian Business Association, Hughes Creatives, and Your HR Navigator for sponsoring our event. Thank you all. We're about to visit the Three Rivers French Park Visitor Center. In December of 2020, we received a generous donation that allowed us to hire our fantastic interns, Paula and Marianne, to develop our pilot program content. Tonight, our goal is to raise $10,000 to support delivering the pilot program to 20 professionals. This program was intentionally designed to be scaled and in the future could be delivered to tens of thousands of immigrant professionals across the United States and globally. Let's keep the momentum going. Last but not least, be sure to check out our auction selection. Don't forget that Father's Day is only 10 days from now, and we've got your back if you need gifts. Take your wellness routine to a new level with an Anytime Fitness 21-day challenge. Work out from the comfort of your own home with home exercise equipment. And don't forget to check out our variety of baskets that can help you enjoy the outdoors.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Paula. I joined Prosperity Ready on April 12th as the curriculum developer and facilitator. My focus is to create storyboards as well as developing content for the program. I am currently attending Hamlin University as an international student from Ghana, where I earned my master's degree in public administration. I am now currently working on my second master's in nonprofit management.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Marianne. I am an international student from Bangladesh. I am currently pursuing a Master's of Education in Instructional Technology at St. Cloud State University. I have also earned my bachelor's degree in graphic design from the same university. I joined Prosperity Ready on May 10th as a curriculum and content developer intern.
Our goal is to launch a pilot program for 20 immigrant professionals. How many of you here tonight had access to the tools, resources, and techniques to land your dream job that you are qualified for and you deserve? Are you ready to answer some job seeker questions that can mean the difference between getting an interview and landing a job? Whoever answers correctly first in the chat will receive a Target gift card for $25.
Do you know how much time a recruiter spends reviewing your resume before they decide to call you or place your resume in a discard pile? Your options are 5 minutes, 30 seconds, and 7 seconds. Resources to support degreed immigrant professionals are scarce to non-existent, even at the state level. Most college and university career centers treat experienced professionals as if they are a new graduate and have no professional experience. Often they are told not to include prior degrees and experience from their home countries on their resume. The reason we devote time to resume writing and articulating a personal brand is to make sure that our candidates get the call from the recruiter and land the interview.
Do you know how long a networking meeting should last? A, an hour, B, 45 minutes, or C, 20 minutes? The reason we devote time to understanding the art and science of networking is that networking is how you land a great job. We leverage the tried and true techniques from authors Nathan Perez and Marcia Ballinger's best-selling book, The 20-Minute Networking Meeting.
Next question. How many minutes does it take to lower your cortisol and adrenaline when you are nervous? Your options are A. 2 minutes, B. 10 seconds, C. 30 minutes. Our curriculum also includes techniques on meditation, exercise, and resiliency to help our participants cope with stress and find balances in their everyday lives.
Next question. What percentage of recruiters use LinkedIn for finding candidates? A, 87%, B, 20%, or C, 58%? We will be bringing some of the top experts in LinkedIn to teach our candidates how to create a rock star profile that gets them noticed and leads to interviews.
Prosperity Ready will be collaborating with our employer partners to ensure that their environment is ready to help diverse talent thrive.
And now, the last question. In 2019, what was the percentage of foreign-born people in the U.S. labor force? Is it A, 54%, B, 17.4%, or C, 25.6%?
So, even though many immigrant professionals acquire degrees in the US, they don't have the access to the tools and resources they need to showcase their potential. Because many immigrant professionals hold entry-level, hourly jobs while earning a US degree. They don't meet the years of experience required on job descriptions. These and many other barriers keep immigrant professionals from landing the job they are qualified for and deserve.
Thank you for joining our equity journey. Next, we will hear from Amanda from Three Rivers Park District.
Hi everyone, my name is Amanda Fong and I am the Community Engagement Supervisor at Three Rivers Park District. Three Rivers is a natural resource-based park system in suburban Hennepin County, which is the whole area west of Minneapolis. There's so much to do here all year round, from kayaking fishing in the summer to snow tubing and skiing or snowshoeing in the winter. The parks themselves are free to enter, and if you've been to one, come to many more. They're all so very different and there's different things to experience each time you come out. Today, I'm so excited to be partnering with Prosperity Ready and supporting this event through some great experiences that you can bid on tonight to come out and experience the parks yourselves. So the first one is a pass to our driving range at one of our golf courses. The second is a full round of golf at Baker National for you and up to 3 people to enjoy this beautiful space. Even I, a non-golfer, would go out there just to enjoy the lake, the rolling hills, the view. It's a beautiful space. And finally, we have 2 weekend packages for a Friday through Sunday weekend camping out at Baker Campground. So that same park I mentioned before, it's about a 20-minute drive from downtown Minneapolis. And that weekend is good for beginning campers or those who have been doing it for years and years. Basic gear is included, lots of support from staff, and optional opportunities throughout the weekend to try out canoeing, fishing, biking, outdoor camping skills, setting up your tent. There's plenty of support for those who are brand new to camping to really get out and try what makes Minnesota summers great and be able to enjoy that with family and friends. We hope you can join us there, or if not there, some other time this summer. Thanks again for having us be part of this event and hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
People find it funny that we're both Nigerian, and people always wonder, did you meet here? Did you meet in Nigeria? Where you set up? But no, we were introduced by mutual friends here. When we think about the perspective of BIPOC people and just more recent immigrants, we recognize that they're probably missing some of the network and some of the advantages that other more established people might already have. In my case, I moved to the US to attend college to study chemical engineering, and that is what I did, and that is the career path that I followed. I would say that I ended up where I planned to end up. Was it the easiest? probably wasn't, but I do think that what could have made it easier would have been maybe a stronger support structure.
What is unique about my immigration journey is the fact that I became an immigrant as an adult. I spent my childhood and my undergraduate degree outside of the United States. Sometimes you don't know what you're going to see where you go. You have a plan, but those plans could turn out to be good ones, sometimes a bad one. In my case, I think the environment where I was, the university environment, my professors, the university system, they had a good lot of support system and a good direction in terms of what they wanted to give me, and then kind of strengthen the focus of what I want to do and being able to achieve it.
I definitely think that when you immigrate here with a multi-generational family, you have people depending on you. So you can't just say, well, I'm just going to stay and wait for that perfect job to show up. More recent immigrants don't have those connections. And so they have to rely on organizations like Prosperity Ready to help them build that bridge, to help them get the skills, get the introductions out the way.
Many times we always want to hire who we know, people that looks like us, people that sound like us, but being able to look outside of our norms, our normal circle of friends, and see what other people can actually offer will go a long way in helping immigrants and people of color.
The business case for diversity and inclusion is so well documented by many, many studies. Just understanding that there is benefits, there's sustainability in business from coming from diversity of thought. So to Semi's point, I think we do need to check any biases that we may hold internally. Especially sometimes when you're faced with a candidate who comes across with an accent, maybe they're difficult to understand initially. But you have to keep in the back of your mind that it's quite possible that there's so much knowledge back there, but you can't discount them just because you can't get past an initial hurdle.
When people hear accent, it's automatically assumed that English is not your first language. It might not be in some cases, but in some cases, you actually grow up in an environment where English is heavily taught, and most of your communication has been in English language, albeit with a different accent and also with different intonations. But she grew up in the Netherlands, so she grew up in the West. She's been to the United States for vacation as a younger kid. So, but for me, transitioning as an adult, you see a fast-moving environment. You see things in a different way, with different lenses, and also the fact that you are not with your family.
And then someone sits you down and asks you, tell me where you want to be 5 years from now. And you're thinking, I don't know, you tell me. Where do you think I will be 5 years from now? And so that's why I would steer people towards organizations like Prosperity Ready or other similar organizations, because you don't always know where you want to be, but at least having someone present options to you to allow you to kind of review things, maybe even have a mentorship program to build your path. I really do think that that's the best way you can support more recent immigrants.
Rosamond, I'm so honored that you're here with us this evening. You're a diversity, equity, and inclusion practitioner, a humorist, and a storyteller. You're a wife, mother, community leader, and author. Born in Ghana, you've made Minnesota your second home, and you bring light and encouragement to every single person you engage with. You recently published a book called Apples in a Seed, and I'm so curious to find out what brought you to write about your immigration journey.
I think for me, I grew up knowing that all of us have our stories, and all our stories are valuable. I had a grandpa who always told me stories of our people and where they had come from. And when I came to the United States, I realized that we all may have arrived in different ships, but we are in the same boat right now. And I wanted to write the immigrant story to inspire other immigrants. And of course, to also teach all others about who we are as a people, our strengths collectively as a people, and not immigrant versus non-immigrant, so it was just an inspirational story that I wanted to make sure that I wrote about it.
As you were writing the book, Did anything about your perspective of your journey evolve or change?
So when I was writing the book, it took me very long, but how I evolved was to write about Nelson Mandela. I read his autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom. The first time it didn't hit me, but the second time, to ensure that I got his right perspective, I was writing about his characteristics around persistence and hard work. And boy, if you know the story of Mandela, he was in jail, in a hard labor jail. So Nelson Mandela was working all day. Also, this almost like this grit about Nelson Mandela. He said in his book, when he sets his eyes on something, he does it, right? So how I evolved was I said, okay, I can take my lazy behinds out of my pajamas and actually sit down to write. So from that day, I actually made it a plan to write every day. So I evolved because I learned we stand on the shoulders of so many people who have gone before us. Their lives are supposed to be exemplary for us, as we also, right? So if Nelson Mandela can do it, I can.
Well, what advice do you have for our guests? You use the word inclusionist in the book, and I'm interested in your perspective on what that term means and how we can all become inclusionists.
I have always been like that, you know. So when I was younger, my aunt lived near a Methodist minister, and he would bring this guy from Germany called Christopher. And I always said I was going to marry Christopher, but I realized that when he didn't brush his teeth in the morning. So I said, I don't do that. So then I said I wasn't going to date any white guy because they don't brush their teeth in the morning. So then I was in Spain. All the guys are white, so then you have to date somebody. But I guess what actually happened was I realized that I had this stereotype, even though it started as a joke and I was a kid, I had grown up with it, right? Then I realized that was a bad way to look at life, you know. So Mother Teresa in the book said that her mother reminded her that all people were her people. So I decided that, right? So I started to change the way I looked at people, and I started to look beyond their stories, right? So when I came to Minnesota, I realized that Minnesota was segregated. My friends of color had other friends of color, my white people. So I said, I am going to be the one who is going to bring all of them together. So I do these intentional gatherings in my home, and I bring everybody, white, black, everybody, right? And then when I bring in my home, I feed you, and I don't tell you that there's a magic method to the madness, but people do connect, right? So I bring people together, and I realize that it is only when we get out of our own bubbles, right, and connect to the other. Today we are talking about systemic racism. We are talking about all these inequities that we think that we cannot solve for. You know why we think we cannot solve for? Because we always think that it's somebody over there. But if you and I saw that these problems were all of our problems, and like Dr. King, remember, he said that whatever affects one directly affects us all indirectly, right? So that is how I have lived my life.
I love that. So how can we help each other succeed? I think you've already given us some real life examples, but just as we wrap up here, what advice do you have on how we can come together and get these issues solved?
So I think it was German philosopher Nietzsche who said, he who has a why, right, can endure anyhow. Our why is for a more just and inclusive society. Our why as immigrants, we have come all this way to live a better life and get a better future for our children, right? If we stay in our own enclaves and don't go outside of our enclaves to meet others, to learn from them, to network, right? We are not going to make it. So I'm going to give us 3 no-fail principles, right? So first is broaden your networks. And that is intentional. I go to Ghana events because I love Ghana food, but I go to other events too, right? Because I love other food too. So you intentionally place yourself in places where you meet other people. And don't be like my husband. He goes places, he takes everybody's business cards, and he doesn't reach out to anybody. Don't be like my husband, Isaac. I love you, boo. It's not, but you know, I tell you this all the time, so it's okay, you know. Secondly, be persistent, right? Be persistent and go after the things that you are interested in. And thirdly, do your homework and the hard work, right? So we always have to get out of our comfort zones and reach out to others. Lisa, Jote introduced me to you for an event. Little did we know, right? So we don't know. And guess what? When God wants to bless you, He's not going to drop it down from heaven. He's going to put it in each and every one of us. And unless we get to know other people and they get to know us, unless we find commonality and we develop an attitude of helpfulness, right? How are we going to do it? Okay, so there's a song that I was taught when I was a child, and I'm going to sing it. I didn't tell you, people don't like it when I sing, but I love it when I sing, so I'm going to sing it. This is how it goes. I'm your brother, I'm your sister, so take you by the hand. Together we will win until He comes. There's no foe that can defeat us when we walk in side by side. As long as there is love, we will stand. And if I didn't know you, who would help me with that part that I missed, right? So this is how we do. We connect and we make up, right? So thank you.
Thank you so much, Rosie. And if you are interested in buying the book, visit rosemanowens.com. And you can find out even more about Rosie and her role as a Chief Encouragement Officer and fulfilling her purpose in life.
As an immigrant who was born and raised on the continent of Africa and coming here for education and becoming a professional, there were times when I didn't know where to start. The type of guidance and coaching and mentoring that Prosperity Ready provides today was not there. There were a lot of things that I needed to figure out on my own and learn to make the mistakes and also share about my learnings with other immigrants that were coming behind me. So really being part of Prosperity Ready and participating as part of the advisory board, the services that are provided by this organization really hits home for me because I have been there. I know how life-changing it could be for those aspiring professionals who want to realize their potential. They have the education, they have the skills, they have the expertise, and really providing that extra help so that they can be elevated and really realize their potential. So today I have the fortune to work for a major US company as an executive, and it really affords me to also give back. I coach and mentor many immigrant professionals who aspire to fulfill their dreams. And the way I do that is I share my journey with them. I provide them with information, show them the pitfalls, the mistakes that I've done so that they don't have to make the same mistakes. But really, the most fulfilling part for me is seeing them fulfill their dreams and their potentials. My message for the top Minnesota employers: there is so much talent and experience here in Minnesota amongst the immigrants and foreign-based professionals. It is a real opportunity for leaders and decision makers to realize that and really create an environment that not only keeps talents, but also grow diversity and inclusion. I encourage you to harness and unlock the global experiences that foreign-based professionals bring to your organizations and grow your business. Your donations and contributions makes it possible for Prosperity Ready to fulfill its mission and purpose.
Hello again, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm overcome with gratitude for your support. We've made leaps and bounds tonight towards our goal of raising $10,000 to deliver our program to 20 deserving immigrant professionals. Check out the chat to see our results so far. Remember, the auction is open until 7 p.m., and donations made by 7 p.m. will be part of our Double Your Impact match potential of $6,300. I need to take a moment to thank the people who made this night and Prosperity Ready a reality. Thank you to our guest speakers and our musician for an inspiring evening. Thank you to our dedicated board. Your wisdom and guidance are key to our success. Thank you to our loyal volunteers who are supporting everything from curriculum development to marketing to this event. A special thank you to friend and volunteer Janice Warnke, who recently passed away. We will miss you always. Thank you to our team members for bringing our curriculum to life and for ensuring that people know about Prosperity Ready. Thank you to our incredibly creative production team. Last, but certainly not least, Prosperity Ready would not exist without the support of my family. An extra special thanks to my husband, Anthony, my son, Alex, and my mom, Joan. Thank you all for keeping the momentum going. Together, we are ensuring that all Minnesotans can prosper. If you have questions and want to learn more about Prosperity Ready, Three Rivers Parks, Rosamond, or Ken, we will be available to chat. To join us from the main stage, click on Expo on the left-hand side of the page. Select the exhibitor booth, a conversation with Lisa, Three Rivers, Ken, and Rosamond, and then click Join Meeting. We look forward to continuing this equity journey together.
Oh my God, I hope I have the strength to do this one. This one is a tribute to Mandela. Yeah. It's hard to play, but we'll see. Prisoner 46664. Prisoner 46664. Prisoner 46664. Prisoner 46664. Something going down in Kuno. People singing, giving thanks to the Prince of Ubuntu. Prisoner 46664. Prisoner 46664. Madiba Nelson Mandela, father, son of Africa, got many years in prison, never gave up, jail no reason, so to give his life for the freedom of everyone. Now his work is done, how we learn forgiveness brings freedom for you and me. Prisoner 46664. Prisoner 46664. We all be going down to Nkuru. We be singing songs of freedom. Praise Mandela for our liberation. He wore a beautiful smile. He shared his happiness with all people. Now he with ancestors have we learned. Reconciliation brings freedom for you and me. Madiba, 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 Can't give up, no justice, no peace. Can't give up, the sun's gonna rise anyway. It's just a moment in time we are living. The truth is, we must be free. All people, everyone must be free. No one should be living hell in this world. Prisoner 46664. Hey, le, le, le. 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 Okay, this one is no more war. Yeah, stop fighting, you guys. Why question why we do these things to other people? The answer is a very long tale. Time after time, we hear the message in the news. Man, woman died for nothing much. Many don't seem to know just what this life is all about. We know what we know and nothing more. Child is born, it grows up to see a world of violent cycles. This ain't no life for me, it's say. What you gonna do? Nowhere to hide. What you gonna do? Nowhere to run. What you gonna do? Let's try to solve this wild cycle. Wild cycle. Together we can make this change. Ooh. What you gonna do? Nowhere to run. What you gonna do? Nowhere to hide. What you gonna do? Nowhere to rise, cycle. One cycle. Stop. Together. way to go. No more war. No more war. And to each other we are Jews. Food, life as food. Together, we can make this change. Think of the children, for they keep watching the things you do. We live just to be what we wanna be. Give them peace and love, not this violence, signs of violence. Hold your baby in your arms, give them much love. What you gonna do? Nowhere to run. What you gonna do? Nowhere to hide. What you gonna do? Let's try to solve this wild cycle of violence. Together, we can make this change.